What's up, shifters? Welcome back to another episode of Shifting Lanes Garage. My name is Gregson, and that guy's name is Chad, and we are here at Island Dragway for part 3 of the glorious series that is trying to make this thing faster than an E46 M3. Chad also has a supercharged Mustang with how many horsepowers exactly?
Double this.
Double
705
this.
at the tire.
705 at the tire, so roughly about 800 at the crank. So literally horsepower. Double the horsepower. So we are going to head out onto the track. We're going to see how fast we go, and that's pretty much it. But the whole reason we're here is this little beast right here, because if you've seen in the last 2 videos, we have tuned it and we have dynoed it. This thing has 342 at the wheels now. It has 430 at the wheels torque wise, which is pretty damn good, I gotta be honest. And we're gonna see if this thing is quicker than an E46 M3. Basically, the fastest time I could find is 13.1 seconds by car and driver. This thing did a 13.38 bone stock last year with a witness. He saw it. There's slips to prove it, and there's video evidence online to prove it. So, Can we do this faster than an E46 M3 tonight? Do you believe we can?
I think you should. I mean,
I hope so.
Let me put it to you this way. This car, with the way it's configured, with the way the launch control's set up, your power level, and the fact that it's an automatic, and I'm not saying that at this point in the video to knock Greg. What I'm saying is that
He is.
the fastest this car can go is going to be with Greg behind the wheel or anybody behind the wheel.
Yeah. It's really like a point and click car. So it's kind of idiot proof. So
That is not.
that is not. That has a manual transmission and 700 at the wheel. So
Yep.
it's gonna take some skill. Now you are going. This is your first time with the supercharger out on
With the
track.
new setup, with the new tires. We talked last time, if you saw my last vlog on that, I'm the moron. The tires are supposed to be that way, but the upshot is they're 325 R compound tires, which should give me a hell of a lot more grip than even my 305s did.
Yeah.
The big thing here is going to be getting the launch right. The clutch is a puck clutch, a Carrera metallic clutch. I can never say that. Which don't slip as much as organic clutches, so engagement's there. So shifting could be a traction issue, horsepower is a traction issue, getting into the torque band could be a traction issue. We don't know, but what I'm going to try to do now, this car is I'm going to go for an easy goal today because this car is way more capable than what I'm going to say. But if Greg's going after an E46, I'll go after the most modern. What is it, the F80 M3?
I think that the G80 is the most modern. That's the one with the beaver teeth. But the F80 is the one right before it, and they're no slouch either.
Right, the fastest time I could find with them is about a 12.2. So if I could be in that ballpark first time out testing the new setup and everything, I'll be stoked. Now, like I said, this car is way more capable of that, but baby steps.
Yeah, and you did basically a 13 flat last time when you had this car with headers, yada, 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 with about 500 of the crank, right?
Yeah, it made 450 at the tire.
It is a beautiful day. It is perfect. It's like 71 degrees. There's almost no humidity. It is boost weather. And now I can say that for both of these cars, because this has a turbo from factory and that now has a supercharger. So both of these cars will be chef's kiss, performing perfectly at optimal temperatures today. So let's get out there and let's see what we're doing. We just did a quick run. I'm cooling down because I did a 13.5 and that is very heat soaked.
I'm cooling down because I have to make exhaust repairs. My exhaust is no longer 1.2.
My car ran fine, 13.5. Chad's car ran fine until the 8th, and then
it got really loud.
The exhaust decided to go. So I'm gonna go under the car and I'll show you exactly what happened. So nothing is wrong with the car, literally everything. Chad rolls in, he's like, I think I broke something. We look under the hood, nothing wrong, no oil, no nothing. And then we go up under here, and well, there's an exhaust hanging down. So these clamps basically failed due to what we're assuming is some back pressure. We're gonna see if we can get this attached so Chad can do some more pulls, but until then, it's just me. So I'm gonna go let this cool down for like a good 5-10 minutes. It's really hot. I don't think I was in sport mode either. I did have traction control off. So we'll see what happens. I think I can get this thing into the 12s at minimum 13.2. All right, here we go. We're lined up for run number 2. Let's see if we can hit 12, baby. Let's go. $13.35. That's loud. down. Hold on. Roll that up. So we're at 13.35. The last time we were here, we were at 13.38. So we've picked up 3/100ths of a second. I've been shifting for all of these runs too, and I'm noticing that when I'm shifting around 5,000 RPM, it does not do anything until like 6,000 RPM. So what I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna shove it into sport mode, I'm gonna let it launch, and I'm gonna let the car shift itself and kind of do its own thing. It's been 13.3, 13.4 again, every single run. This is literally the best bracket car in the world. It's hilarious. So I need to talk to the tuner. I also need to see if it's just heat soak, but there's definitely something going on. I should have more power than this, honestly. I should, and I'm not sure what exactly is going on. It's not a bad thing, obviously, but it should be faster than stock, and it isn't. So it's not a big deal. We just got to figure it out. So I'm going to go for another run, and this is really fun. I'm having fun.
Meanwhile,
Dad's number unlucky. Should I go pop
Chad on the ground here.
good.
We've got the lovely Lou over here
Yours
trying
is good. I
to
know,
help
yours
out
is
with the
good.
exhaust.
Let me come back over here.
We're basically coming back here and shoving it from the back.
Crazy.
We also got Courtney over here. Thank you to both of you for helping out. Appreciate it. And what we're trying to do is basically push it from the back.
Phrasing.
And they're basically holding it where the Y kind of came out and dropped. And we're just trying to basically shove it back in
Hey, phrasing.
and redo the clamps. So stay tuned. We'll see if this actually works or not. All right, well, I am a grade 8 idiot. Thought it was faster, slowest of the night. But this car literally is the best bracket car on the face of the earth. I can run nothing but a 13.3 or a 13.4. Like I just said in the car, we need to go figure some stuff out because the tune and a downpipe should give me at least a tenth. And it gave me 3/100ths. And it should be a little bit more than that. So we're gonna try to figure some stuff out.
It's dark out.
It is dark out. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, Courtney.
You might remember her from such videos as the big red Dodge Ram.
Yes.
And
yes.
unimpressed friend on the dyno.
Yes.
Which is
Yes.
still one of my favorite
And-
reels that Chad's ever done.
Sorry.
I'm impressed.
So you ran again with help from Courtney and Lou. And Lou's back under the car. Thank you guys. You ran again. How'd you do?
I mean, I did
Did the exhaust
okay.
look okay?
Exhaust looks all right.
All right, good, good.
I kind of soft launched her. I
Yeah.
missed. I hit the limiter in second.
Yeah.
I was so worried about something other than
Sure.
perfect shit. Like,
Yeah.
so it all sounds like excuses to run with double the power, going the same exact time.
Right,
But-
exactly. It's like, yeah,
like,
I got the win light, but it's a hollow victory because my car was the slowest it's been tonight. And two, Chad is not really up to like the full speed of his car's potential
wasn't
because of the
really-
exhaust thing. So it's not a victory in my opinion at all.
I want to drive the thing home.
Right,
so-
exactly. Yeah.
You
It's
know,
your
but-
car, you got to drive it home. But please go watch the rest of that series. We're going to put a card up here somewhere
Yeah,
to the whole
go through.
playlist because it's a really cool series. And even if you don't like Mustangs, it's just a cool series to watch how like a car is built because Jeff over at Blue Sky really kind of dives into a little bit of the nerdy stuff. So if you just like cars and builds, you really should just go watch it because it's a really cool,
Yeah.
almost educational build series.
Jeff knows these cars inside out and backwards.
Yeah.
He's a legend. Build process is almost as fun as doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
So.
I will see you back in my garage. That sounded nice. I'm a little disappointed with how the car performed at the drag strip. What I'm gonna do is in the spring, once I get the wheels and tires back on for summers, which they have to be refinished, and I need new summer tires, which should help a little bit, so fresh rubber. What I'm gonna do is I'm going back to the drag strip with the car, and I'm gonna throw a little E85 in there to see what happens, because when we threw the E85 in the car on the dyno, it made more power. It wasn't a lot, it was like 2 to 3 gallons to help with cooling, maybe a little bit more, go-go juice. I'm gonna try to do the same thing at the track to see if that does anything with the tune and to see if that does anything with the power and the time. That being said, 13.35 is a very respectable number with what we have. I'm just a little disappointed that the tune and the downpipe didn't make it a little bit faster. It also just underscores that this car is pretty much maxed from factory as far as the turbo is concerned. So if I get an intercooler in it, some better piping, I might be able to knock maybe a 1/10 off, if that. If I go to a different drag strip or have different density altitude, maybe that knocks a half a 1/10 or a full 1/10 off. So in reality, I'm not sure this car is going to get into the 12s with some more work, without some more work done to it. Either way, we're still going to go back in the spring once the drag strip opens again to verify all of that with the E85, with the fresh rubber, yada, yada, yada. So stay tuned for that. I know it's November, December when you're watching this, but in April, we'll be doing that. We're also going to be doing a lot more on this channel in the meantime to keep you guys entertained. We have our live stream every now Wednesday at 8:15, 8:30 p.m. So please come join us here on YouTube for that. We also do it on Facebook, and we're trying to get live both Instagram and TikTok as well. Not sure if that's going to happen, but we're trying to make it on all platforms at once to make sure we get as many of you guys on stream as possible, just to come and chat. That's basically the whole reason we do that live stream, is to talk with you guys. The other side of that is we're going to be doing a lot more fun stuff on this channel for story times. Now, if you've been watching our short form stuff, what we do is with Chad and I on this channel, Hanson on the main channel is sticking mostly to the OEM stuff. So all the stuff, the cool things you want to see about new cars and new car reviews, that's where you can go for that stuff. So original Shifting Lanes channel. For Shifting Lanes Garage, I'm going to start to do a lot more news kind of stuff for like new cars, because the short form stuff, you guys seem to really love that. And a lot of people are watching those. And Chad's doing the same thing with sort of like automotive story time, about racing stories, about cool things that OEMs have done, just interesting stuff about car culture or car anything. And once again, you guys seem to love those videos. So we're gonna try to do some more long form stuff in those two veins. We literally just talked about it. I just drove Chad's Mustang for the first time. We're just gonna try to give you guys more content this winter, because we don't have an insane amount of time to go out and shoot tons of vlogs right now. Hopefully that'll change next year. But right now, we just wanna give you guys more content. And with our live stream, we can do that by doing those stories and talking to you and turning some of those clips into long form stuff. So if you can't make the live stream, you can always follow up and watch either the full live stream podcast later or the clips from that. So with that said, this car is in winter mode, and we are not going to do anything more to it until the spring. So stay tuned for that. I'll make a part 4 to this over the winter, because I did find out some very interesting information about E46 M3s that you're gonna wanna hear about. So in the next week or two, I'll make that part 4. But this is it for part 3. Thank you so much for watching. If you wanna follow us anywhere, it's at Shifting Lanes. If you wanna follow me, I'm at Real Gregson M. Literally everywhere. I don't really post much, so go follow the Shifting Lane stuff. I'm kind of boring. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.